Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Hold on, I want to fix that. Whew, okay, we're good. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about how I went from 300 some followers on Pinterest to 10,000 followers on Pinterest. I've been liking doing this series where I just kind of sit down with you guys and talk about how I was able to accomplish something. So I've talked about how I was able to make more money and how I was able to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and some of that stuff. And I figured today would be a good time to just sit down and do another video talking about how to gain more Pinterest followers and what I did to really gain more Pinterest followers. Now, you guys know I already shot a YouTube video talking about my 2019 Pinterest process, everything I do to manage my Pinterest account. I also have other YouTube videos talking about how to set up your Pinterest account, how to grow your Pinterest account, how to get more engagement, how to design pins, all of that fun stuff. I have a lot of Pinterest resources here on my YouTube channel, so if you're interested in that content, I will include some of it in the description bar down below. Now, we are not in my living room today. The sun has been going in and out like crazy, and I was gonna try to shoot in there, and I was like, you know what, this is gonna drive me insane. And I want to do one of those videos where it's pretty unedited. It's just me sitting down talking with you guys. So I figured it would be better if I sat down in my office, set up my lights, and talk with you this way. So that's how we are going to do it today. Nothing flashy, nothing too exciting in this video, but I will share some helpful tips on how to gain more followers. So I feel like that was a really long, very, very long intro. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I want to share a little bit of my journey with you guys because I don't want you to think that I was able to get 10,000 followers on Pinterest in just a year. Yes, you can gain followers pretty fast on Pinterest, and there are several of people on Pinterest that have more followers than me, but I do think it's important that you focus on other things besides your followers, and we're going to talk about that in a bit. But I actually created my Pinterest account when I was in high school. It was when Pinterest was just getting started, and you actually needed an invite to even get started with Pinterest. To even create an account, you had to know someone that was already on Pinterest. I'm telling you, it was exclusive back in the day. So I created an account way back in high school, and I was using it for random things. And when I started my blog, I decided to transition it into a business account to represent my blog. So I had to do all that stuff to transition it from a personal account to a business account, and I also had to do a ton of rebranding. So I changed my image, I verified my website, I changed my description, I added a lot of boards, and I removed a lot of boards, and I went through that whole entire process of making it look like it matched my brand. And that took a while, but at the beginning of 2017, I had 163 followers. Yes, 163 followers. So that was really during that transition phase of when I took it from personal to business. I had 163 followers. Then in June of 2019, I just hit 10,000 followers. Now I think I'm at like 10,100 some followers. Right now, I am currently gaining about 20 to 30 followers a day. Honestly, sometimes I have gained 50 followers a day, and I can tell this by using Tailwind. So if you guys do not use Tailwind, it really is a good asset to grow your Pinterest account, and I will include a free trial for you guys in the description bar down below. Now, one thing that I think is so important to note, and I really want to drill this into your head, is that your followers on Pinterest don't really matter. Honestly, they don't. I know a lot of people look at Instagram and they think that your followers determine your success, and I'm not going to lie. On Instagram, that's true. It is very true. The more followers you have, really, the more people you reach, the more successful you are on the platform. But Pinterest is a search engine. So if I have 10,000 followers and maybe you only have 300 followers, you could be reaching the same number of people as me just through the search setting. But what your followers can do, there's actually a following tab on Pinterest. So anyone that follows you, they can go to the following tab and your pins may appear there. As well as the smart feed, I've explained this before, but 1/3 of the pins come from the people that you are following. So if you have people following you, your pins are then going to appear in their smart feed. But that doesn't mean that you are going to appear higher in search. That really comes down to your pins. So yes, it is good to have more followers on the Pinterest platform, but honestly, I think you should focus on your Pinterest SEO if you really want to grow on the platform. So let's just go ahead and get into the tips about how you can gain more followers. But before we get into the stuff that you can really do on Pinterest to reach more people and get those followers, I want to talk about what you can do outside of Pinterest. Because if you already have an Instagram account, a blog, or a YouTube channel, you already have kind of a leg up on other people because you have that audience, you have that reach on other platforms, and you can get those people to go to Pinterest to follow you. So you really need to make sure that you are telling your audience that you have a Pinterest account. It is seriously that simple. Let your audience know that you have a Pinterest account and tell them what you share on Pinterest. So if they're really, really interested in the motivational quotes that you share on Instagram, you can tell them, hey, I have a Pinterest board that shares all of the motivational quotes that I end up sharing with you guys. So if you want to see those motivational quotes, make sure you follow me on Pinterest. And you want to make sure that you are actually linking to your Pinterest account. So if you have a YouTube channel, you want to make sure that your Pinterest account is included in the description bar below every single one of your videos, as well as add added to the About section of your YouTube channel, so it appears in the header on the right-hand side, so people can easily click on it, find your Pinterest account, and then follow you. And the exact same thing goes with your blog. If you ever talk about your Pinterest account in any of your blog posts, you want to make sure that you are linking to it. You also want to make sure that it is included either in your header, your sidebar, or your footer, so that it can be found on basically every single page of your blog, as well as your contact page, or the page that kind of holds all of your information where people can find you on social media or your email. But when it comes to the Pinterest platform, there are obviously things that you can do on Pinterest that are going to help you grow. And the first one is to niche down. I know this is not a popular thought. A lot of people think that if you share all of the topics and you have a food board, a fitness board, a lifestyle board, a fashion board, you share a photography board and a motivational quote board, and all of the boards, that you are going to reach more people. And that's true. You may end up reaching 3+ million average monthly viewers on the platform. But the problem is that when you share all of those topics and you are too all over the board, a lot of people aren't going to want to follow you, because then on their smart feed, they are going to get pins that they're not really interested in. Compared to if you niche down and you are really specific on the content that you are sharing, if they follow you, they are going to enjoy all of the content that you are sharing. But I do think it is important to note that when you niche down, you also need to have some popular boards. So all of my boards talk about digital marketing, but I have a few popular boards kind of sprinkled in there that do relate to me, that do relate to my brand, as well as just social media and entrepreneurship. And those boards include my motivational quotes, as well as my Instagram photo ideas. I also have a home office design board, as well as a flat lay board. And I've got a few other ones that maybe aren't so niche down, but those boards end up bringing me a lot of eyeballs. They bring me a lot of interest, and they're kind of generic, and other people are going to like them in relation to my other content. So it wouldn't make sense if you focus on food and fitness and then you randomly shared fashion. That's totally unrelated. But what you can share is maybe athleisure or athletic fashion. That actually relates to what you talk about. So I think niching down can really help to gain more followers, because more people are going to want to follow you if they know exactly what you are going to share and what is going to appear on their smart feed. And kind of in relation to that, you also want to make sure that you are sharing popular pins. So yes, you want to have popular boards that are being searched, boards that people are going to find, but you also want to share popular pins. So you don't just want to share your own pins. You want to make sure that you are going on Pinterest, you are searching for things that you can pin that relate to the boards that you have, and that you are pinning successful content that already has hundreds of repins. When you associate yourself with those popular pins, you increase your chances of being found, because that pin is not always in association with the creator of it. Sometimes if you click on a pin, even if it's your own pin, you may click on it and see that it is actually successful because it was pinned to someone else's board. So if you share someone else's really successful pin, that could mean that that pin could then end up being successful, which could lead people to your account. And I know that that's pretty complicated. It's kind of convoluted, but honestly, it works. You want to make sure that you are sharing popular content that is already appearing in search that could possibly appear for you as well. And it also helps to connect your own content to those successful pins. So hopefully your pins end up appearing in search as well. So the more eyeballs you get on your account, really the better, because that's going to increase your chances of getting those followers. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again, but honestly, group boards are such a great way to just expand your reach on the platform, but also gain more followers. Really, the underlying message of this YouTube video is that the more people you reach, the better your chances are of gaining more followers. So if you join more group boards and you are sharing your content on those group boards and your picture appears in that little like bubble section up at the top with all the contributors, you increase your chances of being found and you increase your chances of getting more followers. So I think joining more group boards is such a great way to expand your reach, to get those followers. But more importantly, this is a huge tip for you guys, is to create your own group board. Because when you create your own group board, you get to make the rules, and one of your rules can be that people have to follow you in order to join that group board. And I'm telling you, I gained so many new followers because of my group board when I did have it open for new contributors, but I gained so many followers because people wanted to join that group board. So honestly, if you are struggling to gain more followers and you have an idea for a group board, 2 group boards, 3 group boards, try to niche down in those group boards, boards, be a bit specific about what those group boards are going to share, but create those group boards and then start inviting people to join them. And then over time, people will see that you have that group board and they will request to join and they will follow you, because that's one of the rules to get in on the group board. And if you're curious about how to create your own group board, I do have a video tutorial on it that you might be interested in, and I will include it right here for you guys. Now, if you're really determined to gain more followers on the Pinterest platform, you definitely need to check out my other videos, because those go more into detail about how to grow your Pinterest account, how to just set up your Pinterest account so that you can grow. Pinterest is not all about gaining followers, and I know I shared some tips in this video, but there are so many other tips that I could give you guys, and I'm really just hoping that this is helpful to set you on the right track to maybe gain more exposure and ultimately get those followers. These are some of the things that I have done to get to that 10,000 follower mark, but again, it has taken me some time. It took me 2 years to get there. So trust in the process. As always, trust in the process. Do your research and do your work, and I'm telling you, you will end up getting those followers in the long run. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel while you are down there. I do upload new videos every 3 days, and a lot of those videos relate to Pinterest. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys back here in another one really soon. Bye, guys.